Here we go into game number 5 between Viper and Lojza. Viper only needs one more victory to set the score 1-1 between them. And then we would have a second best of 7 for this grand final, so technically a grand finals number 2. Let's see if Lojza can come back here last game. The civilization disadvantage can't happen in team random. Of course, we have a Franks war here. And we are just gonna start by looking for potential boar steals. And we have a scout fight here already, Viper and Lojza, but it looks like Lojza got one more hit on Viper scout. Now Viper has to run away. It might... No, he has to go back, that's what I want to say. But run away, yes. And Lojza going around, he's not gonna find a boar. He may find those 2 sheep, which Viper probably cannot see right now. Nope, not in his line of sight. But I don't think Lojza is gonna go back to that side. Rather, he's gonna try and get another hit on Viper scout. We see Lojza, can he see Viper scout here? No, lost it. So he's gonna go back now, I guess. Lojza got 2 sheep outside, but all the other resources should be, the food resources should be inside. Let's start with Viper's map here. Frank's war should be interesting. Not sure what the meta is here on Arena, but we may see Knights in Castle Age. Probably not on this level, but it's possible on Arena in general. We are gonna see most likely 3 TCs, 4 TCs maybe, and then Halberd is a possibility, throwing X-Men. We may see bombard cannons, hand cannoneers. I don't think we're gonna see paladins. This is pretty unlikely then. But if one player is getting a big advantage, possible. And otherwise, what do we have? Franks get champions? I think so, but it's I haven't seen champions on Franks wars, I think. Let's go for the map. Main gold, pretty safe, or more or less, no, not pretty safe, but it's somewhat in the bag on the side. TC here would fit perfectly, I guess. A second stone outside. We have 1 relic inside for Viper, another relic close to his base. We've got the 3rd gold outside forward. I think Viper found the 2 sheep. Main stone forward and in the bag 4 deer. Awesome. He can see those 2 sheep. I'm pretty sure about it. And the 2nd gold also safe in the bag. Extra stone, extra gold as well. Viper, what did you scout? No, just went up to here. Doesn't not know about the extra resources yet. He's gonna go for the deer right now. And actually he didn't find those 2 sheep, but he's gonna see them and find them. There we go. 1, 2, sending them back to the TC and now starting to lure the deer in as expected. But it's just finishing the 2nd boar, going for a sheep, and I guess then for the deer. Yes, here we go. Let's go for Lojza's map. What do we have? 2nd and 3rd gold outside on the right hand side, as well as extra berries and a relic. Not really too nice, but Lojza should be able to defend this here. It's more than possible. 1 relic inside for Lojza as well, pretty similar actually. But Lojza got 1 and 2 relics close. And Viper up to feudal age clicked up, so it's gonna be there a little bit earlier. 2nd stone and the main stone on the left hand side. The main stone more or less safe for now, unless somebody's pushing. This one could be attacked from the outside. The main gold pretty safe in the back, and 1 extra gold, which Lojza did scout. He can see it. This is good for him, so he's got a little bit of gold in the base as well. And Viper advancing to feudal age. Lojza close behind. Do we see any barracks? No. Blacksmith Market coming up. Nobody going for Castle Age map control here. And Viper is on stone. This is interesting. Is he gonna go aggressive or is it just gonna be a big boom? I think he sold some stone right now to get the gold in that he needed, or maybe to buy some food. Not even sure. He's got 2 sheep left here, and that probably means he may have bought some food. Let me check. Nope, seems like he didn't need to. Probably just wanted to get the gold in. 4 villages in gold already. Now going out to scout once again. Lojza got a few more hits on Viper scout, and only 9 HP left here. Lojza, of course, on the way to Castle Age as well. Both players on 28 population, therefore almost the exact same click time, 4 seconds difference. That's pretty much nothing. And both players are going to be in Castle Age in a very short time. Let me go for like 85, 87 speed maybe. And we do see Monastery coming up for the Viper. We do see a TC on the wood line. Do we see a 3rd TC for now? Not happening. I'm missing the wood for that. Monk coming in, and both for both players. As for Lojza, Monastery coming up as well. He deleted, I don't know, was that a gate or was it just walls? TC coming up on the main stone and woodline, and 1 TC on the main gold on the woodline. Really nice TC spots in my opinion. Nice triangle here, right hand left-hand side, maybe a little bit more vulnerable, but later on Lojza is gonna go there and try to protect his golds, I guess. And 3 TCs up for Lojza. The Viper getting the 3rd TC on the main gold. He put the mining camp in that little pocket, so TC going outside. There's a lot of space for farms then, which makes sense. You want to have that Viper getting the first relic in. Lojza, where's the monks? Not coming yet. And Viper, I think, that's the first monk. Viper is gonna try and get this relic. He did heal up his scout, this is good. Lojza may have to do the same, and there we go. Just happening. And Viper doing actually loom, interesting. 30 Cs up for him, a few more farms coming up as well. And Viper still with 3 villages on stone, which is interesting. Not sure if he wants to go aggressive here. Viper trying to take the monk, no, now going back. And this was a really nice move. I think he should be able to get that scout. No, not happening. Bad luck here for the Viper, or no luck, let's call it like this. Of course, high resistance here, of course, the scouts, and Viper not successful in converting the scout here. Had to go back, to wait for another monk. And I think Lojza is going to grab 3 relics, while Viper is going to stay with 2. Lojza now going for a wheelbarrow, still having 3 TCs. Is he going for more? No, he's not on stone yet. A lot of wood in the bank. He could build more farms. Almost housed, I guess. And wheelbarrow coming in, while the Viper doing wheelbarrow now. He is on his 3-4 TCs. I didn't see this one. I guess it hasn't been there for too long, but Viper of course was in stone, and he still is on the way to the 480th stone you need for a castle. More fighting in the middle, monks trying to convert, and actually Lojza this time deciding to quickly suicide the scout. He knew it would most likely going to be converted. There's more monks coming in. Viper might need to delete the scout too. He's going back for now. Yeah, that's alright. And actually Viper managing to take the 3rd relic here, which is amazing. Lojza was too slow. He should have sent a monk immediately, he didn't do that. And now Lojza's only chance is to convert a scout and then stop Viper from getting the relic in. This is not gonna happen, so Viper is gonna have 3 relics actually, and Lojza only 2. Good job for him. We've seen the extra resources, we're just waiting for players to boom up and click to Imperial Age now. Viper 56, 57 population, Lojza 5 villages ahead actually. Had a better boom, but Viper with 4 TCs. As for Lojza, I don't think he did a 4th TC yet. 1, 2, 3, not that I can see here. Still more villages and both with wheelbarrow, so Lojza did a little bit better than I guess. Not sure why. I don't think Viper has handcard, but maybe I just didn't see it. So Viper going to castle on the main stone now. Makes sense, he went on stone, so that he's a little bit behind. And this castle going defensive, wants to protect the entrance of his base. Actually protecting the main stone, not sure if it's so important. And ooh, what happened here? Damn it, I missed that. But Lojza apparently converted a monk inside Viper's base and used this monk to convert the scout. Now the scout is gone, the villagers are gonna hunt down this monk who cannot convert right now. Viper wouldn't need too many villagers, but the converted monk is gone. Lojza at the same time clicking up to Imperial Age, while Viper just finishing hand cards, really low on resources. Really low on food here. What is he doing? Of course 4 TC boom, but still should have a little bit more than that. Lojza could do some damage being to Imperial Age a lot earlier. Barracks coming up. Now Viper trying to convert and actually managing to convert a villager. Lojza needs to pay attention, sending a villager to fight immediately. Viper 25 HP on that builder. Has to go back, trying to put up an outpost. It's not gonna happen, I guess. And Viper also can see this barracks right now, can see the forward siege workshop. And Lojza doing gold shaft mining is halfway up to Imperial Age. A little bit low on gold in my opinion. And he is gonna have to stone for a castle, so he could build trebuchets really soon, sending the monk out again. Viper at the same time is going for university and the barracks after that, and he's clicked up to Imperial Age. But he's gonna be a little bit later and only 3 villages ahead, so eco-wise, Lojza I think is better. Now trying to take on the monks with the mangonel here, and I'm just waiting for Lojza to put that castle up. The question is where? Do you go aggressive? Yes, actually Lojza trying to be aggressive here, trying to take down Viper's castle, most likely. I hope he can do that, because then the game would be interesting. Double siege workshop now for the Viper, and this castle is really late. Look at this. It's Lojza's up to Imperial Age, and he doesn't have the chance to build a trebuchet, a fast one, because the castle is still being built up. Of course, a lot of villages on that. That's 9 villages, but you should have a trap. And Viper not too far away from Imperial Age, 75%, 73% done when Lojza is finishing this castle. So I guess 1 trebuchet more for Lojza then. but Viper already doing double siege workshop. He's gonna go for siege most likely, and I don't know, do we see throwing X-Men? Yes, Viper starting to get throwing X-Men, archer range as well, so I guess hand cannoneers would make sense. Lojza actually finishing chemistry. Viper has to click chemistry, has to do... oh, he's doing conscription actually. Do we see Onager? This would be a really nice upgrade too. On Onager, a pretty nice one. Franks do get Onagers. And Viper for now, chemistry, conscription, leather archer armor. He's waiting for the hand cannoneers. Interesting. Going for the extra gold as well as the second one here. You can see the extra stone, which is nice for the Viper. But he is most likely going to lose this castle. He's actually not repairing. So maybe seeing that Lojza was up earlier, he switched the plan and did not want to go for throwing X-Men any longer. Castle coming up in a more defensive position, and the main stone, there is like 300, 600 stone left, which Viper can compensate with the stone in the back here. So for now, Viper seems alright, even though Lojza is the one being aggressive, sending hand cannoneers out right now. And Lojza actually looking good, 101 villagers against 103, so pretty much the same. And Lojza got the bombard cannons out, the hand cannoneers gonna go forward with the trebuchets. Let's see how Viper is going to react. What are you going to do? Bombard cannons on the way, chemistry finished for the Viper, and hand cannon production starting. Viper with a lot of resources in the bank. He didn't have to use them for any upgrades other than chemistry, so that makes sense. And the first two bombard cannons shooting at the hand cannoneers, one going down. Of course, Lojza now knows what's happening. I think Lojza as well needs to go for more bombard cannons. You're gonna see a classic bombard cannon micro here, most likely, or maybe some surprises, I don't know. Viper's outpost did not finish as we remember. Still both players adding more villagers, trying to get a better eco going. One throwing X-Men for Lojza and a few hand cannoneers on that side. Viper for now playing defensive, playing... I don't know, it's not safe, but it's, I guess, patient. He is gonna try and wait for the right chance to strike back. And for now, Lojza is not doing major damage. One shot on that bombard cannon. 22 HP left, the two trebuchets hitting whatever they can, or three, but only one is unpacked. Now the other two coming in, probably to take down bombard cannons. Let's see, can Lojza? No, he's going for the relics. Viper got 3 relics in the monastery. Monastery gonna go down really fast. At the same time, Viper is trying to hit the trebuchets now, and the first one might go down pretty fast. Viper losing the control over the relics. Tried to go outside with the hand cannoneers, I guess, but he had to go back. And I think Viper wants to get a monastery in the back somewhere. Keep those 3 relics because they're really important for the long run. And actually Lojza is the one who is doing Cavalier. Really nice resources for him. We may see Paladins after all. Of course, game going to mid-Imperial and late-Imperial, and then it is possible. And look at this beautiful resources. But Lojza now losing the 2 trebuchets, losing the third one as well because Viper had 4 bombard cannons. I think Lojza should have transitioned a little bit earlier, I guess. Nice, 4 stables up, Cavalier production starting, and Viper, I think, does not know about this. At the same time, Viper using this 5 bombard cannons and 1 trebuchet to take down this castle, and it's going down quickly. Look at this. Lojza, scale guarding arm coming in, the Viper doing both Kinera actually. Probably to have a little bit more defense on these castles, a bit more attack as well. And Lojza producing a lot of Cavalier, I guess. Don't see it right now. Viper still good on resources and going forward now with 5, 6 bombard cannons and a lot of hand cannoneers. It's a nice shot here, but that's like a group of at least 30 hand cannoneers. Lojza only 16 military units. This is not good. Where's Lojza's army gun? He did not produce. He switched, and maybe switched either too early or too late. Viper doing Onager now, as I hoped here actually, because Onager really nice unit in those fights. Bombard cannons, of course, stronger or more range, maybe easier to micro, but Onagers can do a lot of damage to those hand cannoneers. And Pikemen actually coming in for the Viper, adding some trash, doing everything the textbooks saying you can't stay on gold units forever. But now Lojza coming in the Paladins, and let's see how Viper is going to react. He can see the Paladins, of course, nice line of light on those bombard cannons, and he has to go back immediately, but he's putting up a lot of barracks right now. Onager won't really help him here. Lojza with Paladins, I'm not sure if it's the right decision. Viper is on the score lead by 2k, may lose a few bombard cannons here and may lose a few hand cannoneers here. Yeah, the bombard cannons should go down. Oh, this is actually pretty expensive for the Viper. At the same time, Lojza is losing Paladin, and of course it's rather easy to counter Paladin. Viper getting Halberdier upgrade already. Onyx just going back. He knows he won't need too many of those right now. Rather needs more Halberdiers, more pikemen. Not enough barracks, and Viper should have put up a few more barracks inside his base faster, I guess. For now, Lojza trying to attack whatever he can, but sending only single Paladins, little groups, does not have... He actually has a lot of gold in the bank, but he's not producing. What is he waiting for? Maybe stopping Paladins now and switch again. Hand cannon is still being produced. Lojza lost a few archer ranges, has to replace them. Also going for more farms. And for now, no raidings or anything. Nice castle here protecting the gold. Castle in the middle again. Viper doing more halberdiers at this point, and both players are trying to get more military units out. Only the Viper getting a lot more than Lojza. It's a big difference here, because Lojza has not switched to any trash, and this is, in my opinion, a big mistake here. You need to have trash like at least at minute 45, otherwise you won't keep up the production. And without gold, and gold is gonna run low at a certain point in the game, you may run into trouble by just using paladins against halberdiers, and even hand cannoneers when you're having not enough hand cannoneers to take down large groups of halberdiers. Then even the hand cannoneers aren't too strong any longer. Viper using his time, using his trebuchets to take down the castle. Lojza trying to repair, but it's going down right now. And I don't know what this castle was about. Maybe Lojza wanted to try and get more map control. Viper is still not getting back the relics, interesting, but using the halberdiers now to take paladins down. And Viper for now, I think, is in a better spot. With a better army composition, in my opinion. Onagers, hand cannoneers, bomber cannons, and halberdiers. Only missing the throwing axemen, actually. This would be really nice. Blast furnace coming in now for Lojza. Fully upgrades on those paladins soon. And trying to move in, take down the siege. He's taking down trebuchets and onagers. He's taking down a few halberdiers, trying to go for the bomber cannons, I guess. And Viper wanted to place a castle here. Yep, but losing a lot of villages at this point. He can afford it, 120 left. And another siege workshop coming for Lojza. Good fight here for Lojza, actually. Losing a lot of paladins, at the same time taking down a lot of gold units. And this game is not over yet. This is good. I think it's pretty far from over. Lojza's gonna try and fight for this. And even though it's not looking good for him, 3-1 in the behind, Lojza's still doing a good job right now. He needs to add some siege there for the siege workshops. He needs to take down those barracks, and he needs one unit to fight halberdiers. And I think elite skirmishes might be the way. Lojza a little bit faster than me, nothing special here. And being a caster, it's really a lot easier than being a player here. Ballistics coming, fletching coming in. Paladins and elite skirmishes against halberdiers and hand cannoneers. I guess Viper is gonna switch to more onagers and bomber cannons then. Gonna stop producing hand cannoneers, and therefore Lojza may still be in trouble because the paladins are just... I don't know, they're not too expensive, but they are not too cost effective in those fights, while onagers are taking down elite skirmishes so easily and can be easier protected, at least. It's easier to protect the onagers with halberdiers than it is to get your paladins and elite skirmishes going. On the other hand, Lojza looking really good now, taking map control, taking down barracks, trying to go for this gold even, which is a little bit ballsy. I think Viper is not going to allow this for too long, and at the same time taking his own gold with all the time he has here. Masonry Town Loom coming in now for Lojza, pretty late, but didn't need it up to now. And Lojza resources looking okayish. Viper pretty much the same. Viper could get another castle up. You could still take this stone later on to get another castle as well. And now elite skirmishes against bomber cannons. That's something you don't want to have. Viper not going back. He is sacrificing those hand cannoneers, I guess. But now going out, moving out a lot of halberdiers, using the hand cannoneers actually to take down all the elite skirmishes. And then the bombard cannons a little bit too close to the castle. Lojza got the +2 on the castle as well, but now in safe range, trebuchet and bombard cannons taking down this castle, and I think Lojza won't have the stone to repair for too long. He must have bought 100 stone right now. It really doesn't make sense to keep this castle repairing, in my opinion. Viper now really low on resources. What did he do? Elite Throwing X-Men coming in. Oh, this is awesome. How many castles does Viper have? I see one. And he could go for a second, of course. Is he gonna put up a second castle somewhere? It's going on the right-hand side, protecting the stone. Smart play. So with the Elite Throwing X-Men in the mix, this should be really interesting, because those are decent against the Elite Skirmishers and also okay-ish with the Halberdier mix against the Paladins, I guess. So Lojza will have even more problems. Of course, Skirmishers only getting the +2 range, so only 3+3 attack, missing the bracer. This is really a buff to the skirmishers here, and therefore they're not seen too often for the Franks, not by both players here at least. And we do see some two very different army compositions fighting against each other in a really awesome and really high level matchup. Viper now moving out after getting rid of the mining camp and whatever was there for Lojza. Lojza, a lot of buildings on the left hand side, the 2 siege workshops here could spread a little bit to the right hand side, I guess, but for now it's fine. And Lojza, a lot of food in the bank, a good amount of gold. Still taking gold, of course. We are 48-49 minutes in the game, and there's the big fight. Paladins and Elite Skirmishers, few Elite Throwing X-Men in the mix, and looks like Lojza is getting his money going. A lot more units now for Lojza on the field than for Viper, and Viper in a nice little, it's not a choke point, but really in a tight spot here, and has to go back now. He's losing a lot. Lojza may be losing more gold here than Viper, but if Lojza is pushing now and getting some advantage again, this may be good for him. He just needs more siege, and that's what I'm missing here. Battering rams coming up, cap ram on the way. Of course, with the Franks, the missing siege ram, so it's not their number 1 to go unit. I guess that would be the bombard cannon, or maybe the trebuchets. But Lojza now parking in front of Viper's upcoming castle. Elite Skirmishers not hitting the villages yet, and even though there's a lot of fighting going on here, looks like Viper might get this castle up. Now Lojza is moving into the Paladins, but he's running into Halberdiers, and there's the Onager behind. Could take a good shot now. Viper is gonna get this castle up with all the enemy units just standing in the neighborhood, which is amazing here. But Viper in a really nice fighting position with a really nice army positioning. Only now sending the villagers back after being in, like, I guess 80% almost, 79-80% done. And Lojza looking good at this point. 52 against 24 military units only. Viper really low on gold. Viper not too high on any resources. Looks like Lojza doing a little better here. Really nice. I would so much love to see Lojza come back in this game, going to 2-3 and going into game 6. But for now, this is not over. Lojza is scored now by 700 points. Running a few Paladins to take down gold villagers, but there is the castle to protect those villagers, so there might be maybe a few going down. Lojza 121 villagers. Really good position right now. Gold looking not too good, of course, but he's investing a lot in the Paladins, so it's no surprise. And there's the castle coming up, and the cat rams are already there. And now I think Lojza needs to attack this castle, needs to take the rams. The villagers are there trying to take down the cat rams, which is happening. And Lojza, I think he doesn't have a castle, does he? Like, yeah, there's one, so he should send a trebuchet in my opinion, but too late. And now Viper just cleaned this. This castle was really strong. Lojza trying to go into Viper's base, using Paladins to take down a few villages, but I think Lightcav would be a way better option here, and Lojza has enough food to do the Lightcav upgrade. But for now he's still continuing to produce Paladins and Elite Skirmishers, and of course Lightcav against Halberdiers, we know this is going to end. Still, for raiding this, the Lightcav would be a lot better, I think, because then you don't be losing gold units, which are really valuable right now. 54 minutes almost into the game, and Viper managed to defend this push, and we may see him come back stronger than before, because 50 military units already for the Viper, losing a few more villagers, but he is still on more than 100, and that's a good number, not a perfect number, but a decent number to keep the army army production going. Viper now is starting to take the last patch of the stone mine here, also taking those from the main gold, and using the trap and bombard cannon to take down siege workshops, which is really nice for him. So Lojza is once again gonna lose the buildings in the middle of the map, and this game's still not over. I think I can go on 100 speed. There's not gonna be a big change, because 55 minutes into the game, it's usually going really slow. Viper doing hoardings now, wants to save his castles. He wants to make sure that those castles are not going down easily, and I guess Masonry should come in for Viper pretty soon too. going for more lead throwing X-Men. He's got enough stone for another castle. He's still taking stone. He has that extra, which is really awesome for him. Lumber camp now coming up. I guess he finished that extra stone here. And for now, Viper 175 population, low on wood at this point. Maybe investing into, I don't know, do we see more halberdiers? Do we see more traps? I'm not sure. Onager on the field, and Lojza is sending a single villager to build what? To go and build siege workshops on the right hand side. Elite skirmishers in the middle. Now there's the light cav upgrade actually. Treadmill crane also coming in for Lojza. Interesting upgrade. Don't see it too often, but it's really useful at 13 points, I guess. And Lojza now really low with gold, and that means he needs to make sure these paladins are worth their cost. And that's not easy against that really beautiful infantry army of Halberdiers and onagers, backed up by some hand cannoneers, but mostly onagers and bombard cannon here. Another castle coming up from Viper, and I think now at this point Viper got a big advantage when it comes to army composition and map control, because Lojza seems to have map control and the paladin's really strong, but once you lose those you are in trouble. And another castle coming up. Oh, this one is not going to go up. Viper, I think, cancel this castle. Yes, he's going back immediately. Needs to place this in a more defensive position, maybe next to the gold here would be nice. A few walls in front of this and Viper would be safe, but for now he's going back with villagers into the castle and gonna wait for the next chance. And I think he wants to take a fight before getting that castle up. And now Lojza moving into the paladins. This is really beautiful to see. And Viper actually getting up a castle in front of the other ones. And can Lojza stop this? He's gonna lose a lot of paladins to halberdiers. This is a good fight for the Viper. The lead skirmishers out of range, almost. And the Onager taking down the lead skirmishers right now. Viper losing the villages here. He made a few more, produced a few more, but still more than 100. And looks like Viper losing all the halberdiers, but backed up by the lead throwing X-Men. He's taking down a lot of paladins, and this is a really big fight. We may see a decisive fight here. Viper still with the hand cannoneers, but mainly with the lead throwing X-Men now, and using the Onager to take down the skirmishers. A lot of light cav moving in, and Lojza actually calling the GG here. Losing all the paladins in one big fight, maybe not the best idea. I think he wanted to stop this castle at all cost. Maybe didn't need to do that, but he should have switched into halberdiers himself maybe. Paladins is a good decision at 13 points, but then they are just too expensive for what they're bringing you, or for what they're doing. And Viper in the end taking this game. Lojza giving up on the first set. We now know there's going to be a second set between Viper and Lojza, and it's going to be another best of 7. Hope you enjoyed these 5 games. Sadly only 5. I would have loved to see 6 games at least, or maybe 7, but not happening right now. Viper advancing to the technically advancing now. Lojza to the grand final, set 2, and see ya in those next games. GG.